Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Wrestler, and welcome back to Ostriv. Um, so last time we it was winter, and so I told you guys I'd jump ahead to March when winter was over. So I did that. So the snow just melted out, and I unpaused construction here. I activated the feed here, and that one I fixed. So there's some buildings going on. The trading post is going to be one of them. I also put another house over here right before activating the other one is paused. But in terms of just trying to branch out the settlement, can't build against the backdrop of the water forever. We don't have the room, and we can't put things over here very much without living access to houses. It might, someone says, well, you might pigeonhole yourself when you build the initial house way. But, it's a matter of necessity. But, things will get better. Somebody's care about enough. So, I'm not exactly sure what they expect me to do. Also, important to the kind of thing. Find that family. There it is, the killer. Yeah. So they have. I'm not sure if that's a. I think that's a woman, or a female name. This is, I have a friend who's from the Ukraine, and I should probably ask her. Oh, can you tell me? Is probably pronounce it wrong too if I did that. Is Arctica uh Arca Arca? I don't know. Is that a female name? So, I mean, it sounds like it's kind of after the mother. So, very similar name. So we got these all happening here. I don't know if they're gonna show this later on or if actually, you know what I should do. I should hire some another. Oh, we don't have. Oh, no one's looking for jobs. So that's why. That's why the building of this house is kind of essential. We need people. So. This is going to require. We have plenty of clay, but that clay pit, but it's a lot. That's 24,000 wood. So we got 11,000 wood in here, and additional 100 in here. So we don't even have half the resources needed for that yet. In terms of wood, the foresters are doing a great job. In terms of logs and bringing logs back and south and things. What's interesting is they're not doing anything. Some plants and trees. So 39 trees. So that gives you a little bit of work to do while this is being done. Okay, so they sowed all the fields. Okay. Now it's just a matter of growth time. With all that stuff. Actually, you know what? Second thought, let's not do that. So we're still going to do that. But we're going to start it from here. Okay, that's better. Roads are beginning there. You can see them there. Available. I think we got most over here. Yeah, this house is starting to be built. With 50. All that good. Because how much we're asking for, I think it's just gonna happen at this point. is built, so we'll have some, before long, we'll have some immigrants coming. I love just the pro progression you see of the house being built. In so many games you see the house and it goes from one stage to another stage to the next stage. This one you see like step by step, process. Not like all of a sudden the walls are there and then there's like half a roof. You see them actually like placing things down. The foundation, putting things in, the clay with the in the fireplace and such. Just you see, one step after another. It's impressive. $35. Okay, so they just started doing. The food variety went away, and because part of what you have to kind of rely on when it comes to your villagers is you have to rely on them being okay with growing some of their own fruit garden. These gardens they have, and so anyway, and I'm not saying that they feed themselves entirely. What I'm saying is, if they don't, if they want like, broccoli or something like that, not something that's not a major crop that we can grow wholesale in this game at least. For that, as an example, that's something they're gonna have to. So. Stuff. So they're just. Well, I'm glad we have firewood in here because they're raiding the forestry. That works, I guess. This guy's going to take rest, and this guy's just starting his work day. Plant some trees. Oh, 28 trees left. Oh, let's see here. Migration allowed. Water supply is sufficient. No food for sale. Housing available. No jobs available. No of course, at this point, really just required at this point. There are jobs available, buddy. It's just, okay, there. Jobs available. let's have him build this house over here too while we're at it. Why not? Hmm. Okay, I don't get it. So that guy left to become a builder. I took that job away, basically. I said, no, go back to this. But, come back. And it doesn't... Okay, 2 people are looking for jobs. Women. But no man. I don't get it. I mean, on the somewhat bright side, I guess, right now, planting trees, so he doesn't need a... Thank you. So he finally decides to come back. Finally, you know, I'm guessing you're the guy that left. You finally decided, oh, wait a minute. My job's open. Like, yeah. Sorry, I've been so quiet. I'm just looking at these things going on. So we got that coming on. I hope they aren't. I mean, yeah. I mean, batch that's almost finished burning right there. It's not fast. 18 trees left to be planted. guys about to stop in today. Minus this tree. Right, yeah, okay. Not counting on him going all the way. So, yeah, so when this is done, I think, because of how much it's going to require, because it's going to ask a lot of this one, I think once they're done building this, right here, we're going to wait to do anything over there until these guys are done planting trees, because we're going to need them, and I might even wait for them to get this last log over here out of the way, from this field. I believe it's this. Anyways, the point being that I want the forestry guys to be completely free to cut logs, because they're gonna have to be cutting wood while they're building that trading post, and afterwards too. So they got tons of logs, which is great. And 18 is the max. So I might. So once this is built, because they have all the resources collected, and they're only down to 1,200 wood here too, on top of that. So, sorry, that's the wrong one. 32. They're down to 3,000. Wait, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, okay, once they've got the max amount of logs here, and they're cutting wood. And I'd want them to get even, because there's 3,200 wood there. I'd want them to get a lot more of the stores up here too, because it's about the same level. And they need to replenish a couple different things. So that's something to be thought of. There is some wisdom in going like this, actually, because we are at that point, right? We need a third forester, and so that opens up the job there. So there's two from that. One, we actually kind of do need a third forester, because these two guys, as good as they are, and as much work as they're doing, it's it's a lot of things to do. So, because it'd be great to have two guys bringing back a log while one guy's sawing. So there's that job to open up. I don't think we don't need another carpenter anytime soon. Good there, and we do need another builder, but I don't want to add a builder and take away somebody from a different job. So, it'd be a lot better to have somebody here ready to do that. So we opened a job there, and I think I still haven't decided what to do with that last field, but we might do. I was thinking, oh, we do wheat, but and I thought to myself, yeah, but then we need like a mill, which I think we have. Which mill is a thing, and such. There's a windmill right there. Makes wheat the flour, and then you bake bread, right? So I believe there's a bakery too. Oh, there's Is there not a bakery? There's a bakery. Dairy? Okay. Ah, you wonder what the flower is for. Unless it's under something else. I mean, was it put under... Oh, I mean... Well, color me surprised. Flower. But it's hard to know what it would be for at this point. Yeah, I don't see any use for it. Well, there you go then. And yeah, but regardless of that, I'm sure there's a way. There's some way that's used, that's baked. But the point that I'm making is that's a couple different steps. So I might go with a crop that's a lot more, shall we say, kind of ready to go. Potatoes are very much ready to go. You don't have to process them. You basically pull them out of the ground and then you bake them or whatever, or you cut them up and cook them. Regardless, whereas wheat, why you could, it has to be made. It has to go an extra step to become anything. Like if you're gonna brew from it, it has to be brewed. Then, but it has to be processed. It's not ready to go. You can't just eat it out of the ground. Whereas potato, you can. So. I basically want to plant a crop that you can pick and eat on the same day. So and have a fulfilling meal, mind you. Too. So buckwheat you can pick and eat on the same day. Probably not by itself, but I mean, I suppose you could have a huge bowl of it. I don't know why you would, but I mean, don't get me wrong, nothing against buckwheat, but not. It should not be the main big part of your meal. So we got the charcoal ready to go, and done here. Oh, firewood, thatch, everything there except for the nails. Simply selling in our town. So somebody's coming. Oh, they've almost finished planting some trees here. So 8. So somebody's coming here. Where are they? Oh boy, they're all the way over there. And they're coming with they're older. They have 2 kids, 15 and 11. Those I know. Yana, that would be a female. That's Petra. That's their son. But it looks like they're coming with her. I'm guessing that's her father. Well, yeah, of course. So the Holdencourt family, I don't know. I mean, these last names are really throwing me. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Banished. In Banished, though, those names there, I'm not sure if those names came from any language, because some of the names were just completely crazy. It'd be like, it'd say like like Malvalia has like has like grown into like you know, an adult is like ready for work, and you're like, or it'd be like um uh they started, you know, like Varsarnum was born, and you're like Varsarnum, and you're like, oh, that's a dude. Okay, I couldn't tell from the name, like, you know. And then at one point, I remember it said demon was born, and I was like, demon was born. I was like, a demon or someone named a demon, because you need to specify. You know. Also, Messiah was born, which was kind of funny. Um, Not Jesus. It didn't come out as Jesus was born. No, it said Messiah was born. Which same question with demon came. So, are you saying that we had someone who is the Messiah born, or is that just a name? I remember one time I was playing Banished, it said Mark was born, and I was like, Mark, that's it? I like, looked really close, I was like, I don't see any accents. That's the most, I was like, that is the most normal name I have seen in this game, the name Mark, you know? Because a lot of names looked like, in Banished, it looks like they took an English name and kept the first letter, but jumbled up all the other letters and made it into a name, or took a name, jumbled up all the letters, and then after that added randomly, you know, randomly pressed 3 letters on a keyboard, looked at it, said sounds good to me, and put it in, you know. You know, I was thinking you shouldn't be using. I was like, you shouldn't be thinking, you shouldn't be getting names from like from that. I can't remember what the name of the name it is. It's something, but it's where you have a bunch of letters and you're trying to figure out what the message is. It's a board game of some sort, or something like that. I think maybe it's called Boggle or something like that. I don't know, but I'm thinking that's not where you should be getting your names from. I was like, it seems like they were playing some sort of weird word game, and that's where they were getting the names from for Banished. Nothing gets Banished at all. Don't get me wrong, I love that game. Amazing game. Kind of started out this whole city builder craze, but just the names were a little bit strange. But yeah, I would credit Banished for kind of leading the way. You know, I remember when I saw Banished and it was available, and I thought, boy, that is, you know, boy, that's a very interesting concept, because it wasn't really a thing that was done. You know, all that much. Banished was not, I mean, it's not that there weren't city builders out there, but there weren't a lot that were offering what Banished offered, just, which was, one, very pretty, very beautiful graphics, because there were Titan games out there that kind of had you do something. I mean, there was SimCity and things like that, but Banished was very much down in the meat and, you know, Banished, but Banished was very down in, was down at the very beginning, really meat and bones, very, when SimCity, you had the roads, the technology, the zones, you were basically ready to go, whereas Banished, you basically was like the clothes on your back, maybe a few things here and there, and, do what you can, and get people a house, and get people this and that, because in SimCity, people don't arrive until everything is ready for them. Um, They're a third forester. Come on, buddy. Okay. Like how he's already got the overalls and hat. It's like, yeah, they left it at the house for you, you know. Oh, look for work here. Oh, there's a uniform here. Yeah, we've already decided. they're going to finish planting the trees. Okay, they're in the area. They're ready to go, and let's see. So yeah, sawing logs and chopping logs and all the log things. You men are looking for jobs? Are you sure? Wait a minute. Oh, his father can work. I did not know that. Wait, so his son can his son work? So his son can. That's why there's a job opening for a guy. His son. Okay. Gosh, I don't know where to put him. Um. I don't know what to do. To be honest. Well, he's just gonna have to wait. Waiting for someone that can be able to get a log. Might be waiting for a while. Both guys are going to rest. um, but like I said, I want them to have basically their full capacity logs and really getting things produced, so to speak. So and as seeing as that might be a while, I'm gonna leave it here for you guys. So you've seen us come out of the winter. We're fine. In this point, you saw a lot of trees being planted, fields getting ready. So I might speed it up and uh, come back to you guys once we're ready to build the trading post, and so you can see that get built, and we can start using that. Um, or I might, just let you guys along for the ride. But regardless, yeah. So this has been Ostriv. so it was a little bit slower than the other ones. Although we did have a migration come, and we built 2 houses, so not gonna complain there. Too much on that, and now we have enough jobs. Well, I mean, we do have enough jobs, but that I could open, but really want to open tons of jobs, just to open jobs. Not to mention, as you saw with the forestry, you can create problems. So it's always good to have maybe one worker on hand who would jump on a job if somebody jumped ship to another position, so to speak. But yeah, that's what it's been. This has been Ostriv. If you liked the video, please hit a like. I noticed that some of you did, so please continue. So thank you, and please continue sending those likes. But more importantly, if you hit the subscribe button down below, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll also put a link to Ostriv on the Steam page in the description, in case you want to take a look or grab it yourself. Because it's a great game. And it's always good to because not only is it fun, but it's always good to support kind of smaller developers like this guy who's making this, and it's such a despite the conflict, because the guy who made this is Ukrainian. I mean, he's a Ukrainian guy. I mean, it started out as just him, and he's got a couple more people helping him out now. So I mean, I'm not saying buy it out of sympathy. I'm saying buy it to support this guy because I love because we all love him to complete everything in this game. He's still working on it, and there's still things that he wants to add and mechanics he wants to put in. I mean, I remember when I started supporting him. I'm going to go off a little tangent here. I remember when I first got this, it was on Humble, and it was $20 if you wanted it, and basically, it basically secured you the game, and it looked really pretty back then. It's gotten even prettier, but the water, for example, and the reflections, the water looked a lot like this when I first got it. I was surprised. Now the reflections and such is new, but I was surprised. And this has all gotten better, but it looked really a lot like this too. I was astonished when I first got it how polished it already was, and it was one guy at the time. He said, my name is this. This is a labor of love. I'm hoping to get support so I can hire more people. And so like farms weren't a thing. You didn't place your camp. The tents that was placed for you, so to speak. And then eventually, we're allowed to place it. And there were only there's only like one map, and there were like 2 or 3 maps. Now there's several maps. And a lot of the stuff that you see here, like the town hall, wasn't a thing yet. There wasn't a storage like this at the beginning. The clay pit, was, I mean, forestry was always there. But planting trees was out of the question. There was no carpentry, or your cards just didn't really deteriorate. You get the point. The game has come a long way, and it's just amazing. So I'll put the link in the description so you can grab it if you feel so inclined. But thank you for. Okay, this is okay. I was like, are there 3 of them carrying that? So you can. Right. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, I was checking what they were doing in the forestry, who was doing what. That's why you might want to add a person for forestry so you can have logs being brought in at the time. But we'll explore that next time. So yeah, so it should be interesting. It's looking for help from one of his. They're gonna go chop a tree, okay. Actually, let's follow them. Let's see if they take that tree from that field. Unless that was what they were just bringing back. Oh, one tree left. See where these guys go. Follow him. Okay, so they're doing that one. We might have to unpause the field, but we'll explore that next time. So anyways, like I said, if you like the video, please like. But I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below. Um, and anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, like I said, and until next time, this is Wrestler logging off.